Hey guys, welcome to day 3 of Diamond in the Rough. It's Kelly here. I don't remember if I even introduced myself in my last video, but I have been a coach for 4 years now, over 4 years, and absolutely love it. But it hasn't always been easy for me. I have definitely struggled, and it took me a good 2 years of struggling before things really started to click for me in this business. And they were 3 things that I started implementing into my life where everything really started to change. I went from a struggling, beat down coach to somebody who is really thriving now and has this newborn passion for this business and where it can take me. So that's what I want you guys to learn today is you have to realize this business isn't going to be unicorns and rainbows all the time. It's not going to be amazing. You're going to have rough times. You're going to have times where you just want to give up, where you just don't want to be doing it anymore. Whether you're a new coach or a veteran coach, you're going to have those times, and you have to have the skills necessary to push you through when times get tough. Because ultimately, if you're able to push through those times, you are going to be successful. You have to realize that. All right, so the number one thing I tell people who are just having a hard time is read your personal development. Most of the time when coaches are struggling, it's because they don't have that personal development that they're plugging into daily. And this was a huge wake-up call for me because all those years, those first 2 years that I struggled, it was because I didn't pick up a single book. I didn't read anything on personal development. I figured, how hard can this business be? I don't need a book to tell me how to talk to people. And you know what? I didn't get very far. I really struggled hitting Success Club if I even did hit Success Club. I had a really hard time signing coaches. I couldn't fill my challenge groups. Everything was against me, and I just was too stubborn to know that I needed to start improving myself. And the best way to do that is through personal development. So if you are not reading personal development, you need to make that a priority, and you need to do it every single day. There is not a day that goes by that I don't pick up some kind of personal development. Now, for me, I think the most important thing and the most important change I made when I started implementing personal development into my business is waking up and reading it first thing in the morning. Because if you wake up and put good thoughts into your mind, those thoughts are going to grow. So instead of waking up and, automatically grabbing your phone and checking your email and checking your Facebook messages or scrolling through Facebook, pick up your personal development. And the easiest thing to do, and this is what I do, is I get a daily text from Darren Hardy, the author of The Compound Effect. And it's just a quick 1-minute personal development, something for you to focus on that day to move you forward. And it comes to me at 5 a.m. so I can pick up my phone and read through that, and I'm instantly in a positive mood. I've got that focus and that drive before I even get out of bed. So that's what you need to create. After that, I'll sit down and read about 10 to 15 minutes of some kind of personal development while I am making my coffee and enjoying it while I'm starting to wake up. I don't have any distractions at that time, and I can really focus on what I'm reading, because you don't want to read this stuff really fast. You need it to sink in, and then once it sinks in, you actually need to apply it. So whatever you're reading today, go out and apply it, because that is where the magic of personal development is when you're reading it, let it sink in, and applying it. Because it's not going to do you any good to read it, let it sink in, and do nothing with it. You need to actually go out and apply it. Okay, number 2 is creating a vision. And again, this was something I never did. And it wasn't until 2 years ago that I decided, you know what, I need a vision. I need to have something that I'm working towards, because, taking this day by day or month by month is not getting anywhere. Because when things get hard, guess what? I'm just going to want to give up because I have nothing I'm working towards. So create that vision and create a long-term vision. You know, do yearly goals, but then also do 5 and 10-year goals as well. Where do you want this business to go? Where do you want it? What do you want it to do for you? What kind of life do you want to create with this? Now, for me, you know, my vision started off with one thing and has slowly developed into something completely different. And that's okay. Your vision can change. Your why can change. That's okay. But you need to have something that you are focused on, that you are moving towards, so that when things get hard, it's not going to matter. You realize you're going to have to go through these struggles to get to where you want to be. So, and it's got to be bigger than money, and it's got to be bigger than rank, because that's not going to push you through when things get really hard. Trust me. Okay? It's got to be something that impacts your life or the lives of others around you. Okay. Number 3 is the most important thing, and that's good old-fashioned just stick-to-itness. You've got to stick with it. Things are going to suck. I understand. There have been many times where this business just absolutely sucks, where you feel like you're putting all this work and effort into it and you're not getting anywhere. But that is completely normal. And it's going to happen to everybody. And I like to tell people this business is kind of like an emotional, like a roller coaster. You're going to have those highs. You know, when you're sending out those invites and you are getting people interested and you're hitting Success Club and things are going great, you are on cloud 9. You are way up there. But then you're going to go into maybe the next month and you are just struggling and you cannot get a single reply from an invite you sent and you cannot hit Success Club and you just feel like you are hitting dead ends and brick walls. You're going to be at that low, but you have to realize when you're in that low, it's got to go up. You can't get any lower. So you've got to stick with it. And the other thing is, you've got to give it time. You can't be in this business for 3 months, and if you haven't gotten anywhere, just throw in the towel. The only way to fail is to give up. Trust me on this. I have been through the darkness, and I have pushed through. And I think going through those struggles really makes the good times so much better. You learn so much more from your failures than you do your successes. So take all those failures and sit back and critique yourself. Where can you become better? How can you improve? And I think when you do that, everything starts to change. Your whole mind shift switches. And those negatives and those failures don't seem like failures anymore. Take them as teaching opportunities. So, I really think that you guys have so much potential, and you have to realize this, and this business has so much potential. And I know if you're a new coach, it's kind of hard to see. But for me, being in your shoes and really building through rough times and being able to come out on the other side better and stronger than I was before, says a lot about this business, because you can fail at everything and you can still be successful with it, because I am here talking to you guys about this today because I have had those failures, but I am still here and I am still successful. So it can happen. You just got to believe it can. So this is what my assignment is for you guys today. The first thing is I want you to list 2 people that you have invited either to a challenge group or coaching today. 2 people today that you have invited. So put their names in the comments. And then I want you to write your favorite quote from any personal development you have read today, whether it's a book, whether it's a team call, national wake-up call, whatever it is, it's got to be from today, because that means if it's a quote from today, you're doing what you're supposed to be doing to moving forward in this business. So I cannot wait to start reading these, and I am going to be putting some of my favorite quotes in there because trust me, I have a lot. So I hope you guys have a fantastic day.